Dave Philp, tell us about your large and very popular band, when you started and how you chose the name YouChoose.
We started this 2 years ago in 2011. I was at a sort of professional crossroads in my life, and I was actually looking for something to do. And I've been a musician and a drummer for many, many years, even though I'm only 15 years old. And what I did is I go to the Wayne United Methodist Church in Wayne, New Jersey, and we have a band there that plays on Sundays called Parish Drive. I'm skipping today to be with you, Jessie.
Thank you so much. We
It's worth
appreciate
it.
that.
It's worth being with you. And we had that band, and then what I decided to do is I had this block of time. Things in my life weren't working out, and so we decided, well, what if I took this band and we did some sort of fundraiser for something. Then I kept thinking of different things to do a fundraiser for, and nothing seemed to be the type of thing that anybody would really care about and get behind. And then I realized, then I thought about CUMAC, because I grew up in Madison and the Chatham area, and CUMAC has been part of, for example, the Chatham Methodist Church since I was a little kid. And so knowing what CUMAC was and what CUMAC does, I said, well, why don't we put together an event to raise money for CUMAC? And then I said, what can we make it bigger? Then I just started growing the network of musicians. And before you know it, we had 20 plus musicians in this band, and we created an event where we just did music from one particular decade, and we called it, it's from the 1980s, so we called it CUMAC 80s Night.
Oh, it's fabulous.
And then we added one more twist, was that every song we do, rather than do the music that we wanted to do, since we are all in this together, and it's more of a community aspect, let's let the audience choose the songs in advance. Now, this being a fundraiser, we said, okay, let them choose the songs, but then they have to pay for it, too. And yes, so the audience, so the way we raise money for CUMAC is we'll sell tickets to the event, we will sell song requests to the event, we'll sell dinner at the event. And the fourth thing is, in my background, I've been selling advertising and sponsorships for many years. So the fourth part is selling sponsorships to these events.
So it all fit in beautifully.
Yeah, basically I took everything in my life that I thought I was fairly decent at and put it all together to create YouChoose, which is the organization.
So you put the puzzle together, and it's certainly working, because I hear that YouChoose band is absolutely marvelous. How did you come about the name, though, YouChoose?
It was all about the people choosing the music. Basically,
you choose.
Yeah, you choose. You choose the songs. So
and makes sense. And exactly. You raised $40,000 through benefit concerts. That is just amazing.
Well, there's another problem that a lot of nonprofits such as CUMAC have, and that is, and it's actually very similar. Kind of goes parallel to churches in America. They're getting grayer and grayer. And so we felt that through an event, Pat should color her hair blonde. You should be platinum blonde.
I've earned all of this credit.
Yes, she's proud of it.
And what we decided to do was create something that the music would be based upon the target audience that the charity wanted, so that they could bring in that possibly younger crowds. That's why we're doing 80s music for these CUMAC events, because they're hoping to get the 30s and 40-year-olds to come to these events and be exposed to CUMAC. Because in every circumstance, we may not raise as much money as we want, but the other really important part is we're raising awareness of the problem and of CUMAC itself.
So important.
And giving a link to connect is really what it is.
I've got to go on a quick break, but when we get back, we're going to find out where you'll be playing next for CUMAC, and it's going to be very exciting for a lot of people in northern New Jersey. This is Ask the Expert. My guest today, Executive Director, Reverend Pat Bruger of CUMAC, and Dave Philp and his popular band YouChoose. I'm Jessie Frees. We'll be right back.
Homes are selling, and so
That's good. That is.
Thank you.
Hunger in New Jersey is growing. Unemployment is at an all-time high, and wages have not kept up with the cost of living in northern New Jersey, forcing people to seek emergency food assistance. CUMAC, the largest food distribution program in northern New Jersey, feeds about 2,600 low-income people a month. 1 in 3 of their clients are children, 1 in 6 disabled, and 1 in 8 senior citizens. And the band YouChoose, that's the name of the band, YouChoose, has helped raise $40,000 through benefit concerts and continues to do so for CUMAC and other charities. And my guests are David Philp, head of that YouChoose band, and the Reverend Pat Bruger, Methodist minister. So tell us, Dave Philp, where you will be playing next for CUMAC.
Well, right before the break, it was interesting. We talked about spreading the word about CUMAC, and you've also mentioned about since Hurricane Sandy how CUMAC has had to expand their geographic territory. And so what we decided to do this year is we've done 2 years in a row of CUMAC 80s Night in Chatham at the Chatham United Methodist Church. This year, for CUMAC 80s Night 3.0, we're going to have 2 simultaneous CUMAC 80s Nights events happening. One in Chatham at the Chatham Methodist Church on Main Street. That starts with dinner at 6 o'clock on April 27th, Saturday. At the same time, at 7 o'clock, both 80s Night shows are going to begin, one in Chatham, the other in Red Bank at the Red Bank Methodist Church. So we'll be choreographing 80s songs as we go and trying to raise money, spread the word, and make a lot of people happy too.
And how can one contact you for their charity, Dave Philp?
All they need to do is go to our website, which is myyouchoose.com. And it's MYYOU choose.com. And there's contact information there. All the information about both of our CUMAC 80s Nights events. Plus, we're also doing something called Mohawks and makeovers
tell
for
us about
hunger.
that very quickly.
Yes, we do a kind of like people do like a Relay for Life, where they have people pledge so that they can do, say, a marathon or a run for cancer. We do the same thing, but it's to get a mohawk. So it's all built around the 80s. So women are getting 80s style makeovers, guys are getting mohawks, and basically you pledge $180 and you go to your friends and neighbors and relatives, and they all help pledge. So you get at least $180, and there's a place in Wayne called Public Image Limited. They're going to create the mohawks for us.
Fantastic.
Can I give a quick shout out to the 4 sponsors of this
Absolutely,
event?
go right ahead.
4 sponsors. DMC Athletics and Rehab, based in Cedar Knolls, Morristown, or Randolph. They're one of our key sponsors. Tree Tavern Pizza has sponsored, this is the 3rd year in a row.
Yeah.
They've sponsored CUMAC 80s Night. We're really happy for that. Liberty Mutual Insurance and agent Brad Bischoff is sponsoring this event as well. And College Hunks Hauling Junk. The North Jersey group, Stephen Bianco is the guy there, and they're all 4 organizations are being great, and we actually build a song around them, and we create commercials for them at the event, and it's a lot of fun. It's
Oh, what great sponsors! And before we have to close, also CUMAC has a thrift shop. They have a lot of different programs. Very quickly, tell us about that. how that helps
We have
people.
the food pantry and the depot, which provides all the food and the resources. We have a community closet, which gives items for disaster victims, flood, fire, whatever. And that's in our thrift shop. The rest is sold at a nominal cost. We have a Pathways to Work program where we help persons regain some skills and confidence so they can go back out into the world with a job. And we have an after-school program, a tutoring and literacy center, helping some of the most at-risk children.
So it has a
and
lot
some
under
skills.
its umbrella, CUMAC.
Yes, it does.
And monetary donations to your food pantry allow you to purchase items from the community food bank in bulk.
Yes, it does. At their handling charge, we can also get them at wholesalers. We can fill the gap of where it hasn't come in from all the donations from food drives. Businesses can hold food drives. Anybody out there can hold a food drive. Anybody out there can take a collection. Most of the pantries can provide a meal for 50 cents.
And you said $50 feed a family of 4 for 1 week.
Right, that's the combination between getting food at the food banks and getting food from donations and resources, and that's looking at all our expenses around feeding people, yes.
And you're always looking for mentors, tutors, activity leaders, and snack help to assist you with your after-school programs.
We have an endless list of possibilities for volunteers. As you heard, a couple thousand volunteers last year gave over 25,000 hours. We need volunteers to help do our work.
Well, CUMAC and the band YouChoose, we're very fortunate to have those in the state of New Jersey, and for all you do, we thank you very much. New Jersey must stamp out hunger. CUMAC feeds people and changes lives. YouChoose band raises funds to alleviate hunger and its root causes for northern New Jersey, in Patterson, Passaic County, and all the rest of northern New Jersey. I want to thank both of you so much for attending today. Dave Philp and his YouChoose band. We'll be looking forward to hearing that very soon.
Yeah, April 27th coming out, Chatham or Red Bank.
Sounds great. And the Reverend Pat Bruger, United Methodist Church, Executive Director of CUMAC. We thank you so much.
Thank you, Jessie, for having us.